Okay, we're going to talk about different types of communication, which are very important in daily life and in just um, speeches, um, presentations, all of the above. First of all, you could be indirect, which basically is a way of avoiding the issue, trying not to have confrontation, um, things like that. Now, that is very important in a certain way because you don't want to come off to your audience, the person you're talking to, very strongly or in an aggressive manner to kind of offend them in any way. You don't want to do that. Then you can be passive, which is another, to me, a form of indirect communication because just like being passive, you try to hint around the issue, try to kind of avoid what you're really saying, but you're really saying it. And hopefully the person you're talking to or your audience can understand what you're saying. If not, they'll be clueless because you're just kind of beating around the bush. I'm trying to avoid maybe hurting anyone's feelings or anything like that. Then you come off with being direct. Now that's more me type of thing. I'm very direct, straight to the point, so you can understand what I'm saying. I'm very clear about what I'm saying. You won't have to, when you walk away from the conversation or the presentation or the speech I'm telling you or speaking to you, you won't have to wonder, well, what was she talking about or what was she saying? So all those things are important. You have to grab your audience so they can understand. Don't try to avoid them, any kind of contact with them. You want them to understand what you're saying while you're speaking to them. Then you have the last thing that I'm going to talk about, which is nonverbal communication. Now, with nonverbal communication, your body language speaks. Your body language speaks a lot of how confident you are, if you understand the information you're telling them, if you pretty much just know what you're talking about in general. So all those things are very important, just even average, everyday conversations, speeches, presentations, anytime you talk to a person, because if you're, for instance, like I say, indirect and hitting around, they have to guess. Most people don't like that. If you're very passive and try to, win everybody over, you're not going to win everybody over every time. So sometimes you're going to have some upset people about maybe what you're talking about, but it's okay. Speak your mind, be direct, so they'll understand what you're saying, so they're clear about what you're saying. When they walk away, they won't wonder about what you were talking about. And your body language, as far as your nonverbal cues. If you're smiling, but you got your arms crossed, people take that as a part of aggression, and then they won't take to what you're saying. So, with all those things, everyday conversation, speeches, presentations, whatever, those are very important to understand what they mean, how you can address them in everyday, like I said, conversation. So if you know those things and understand what they mean, then you'll be fine.